happily ever after. Good evening, everyone. It is another magical day at Walt Disney World. Today we're at the Contemporary Resort, starting it off here. Lots to go over today, but one of the big ones, I am trying a brand new camera, and a lot of friends have already reached out. Michael, what do you think of the Sony A6400? Today we're going to answer those questions and more, and have a magical night here at Contemporary and at the Magic Kingdom. First off, I should mention that this is my first Sony camera in recent generations. I may have had a Sony camcorder when I was maybe 14 years old, but my first Sony camera like this in any recent time period. First impressions, right off the bat, really good. Really good. Love that focus. Love that ability to grab us wherever we are. We can always be focused right on me. I love that. Near, far, so cool. Using the 10 to 18 millimeter lens, and I'm back to my good old microphone, which I love. I love the Shure VP83, which sits right on top with a small rig right across the top there to make sure that it doesn't block the screen. So many things to love about it. One item that I've never tried before at the Contempo Cafe is the kids grilled shrimp plate. I'm all about trying new items. Let's give that one a try. The kids meal shrimp plate, perfect for those who aren't terribly hungry but could definitely use a little bit of food. I'm going to give the shrimp a try with the rice there, and fries as a side, and a chocolate chip cookie. Also includes a drink, which is super nice. The shrimp is pretty good, kind of a smoky flavor to it. I like it a lot. Again, this is for when you're not feeling super hungry, just a little snack. Kids meal, I point to it all the time. It's awesome. The shrimp is really good. The green beans are great. The fries are good. The rice almost tastes a little bit undercooked. It's just like a little crunchy in my opinion, but everything else is really good. Again, small snack. This dinner is thanks to the Case family. Case family, thank you so much for your gift card. It means a tremendous amount. Now first I want to mention why I am trying new cameras. Why I'm just going from camera to camera to try and find something. Clearly I'm looking for something, right? It's because I'm looking for the full-time replacement to my Canon 70D, which is the camera that I use to build the whole channel. Camera that I've been using for years and love. I'm looking for something that's lighter weight, easy to use, records in 4K, and is able to last throughout our day. Now, of course, there are a few key factors that I was thinking about. The 70D, as fantastic of a camera as it was starting to go. It's starting to go slowly but surely, some pixels when it gets dark, low light's not the best, and it is super heavy. It's just so heavy. During the day, you know, vlogging with it can just be exhausting. It just take all your energy right there. So I was looking for something lighter weight, and I was try the GoPro, try the Sony RX100, try the G7X Mark III, and eventually it led me here, the Sony A6400. Of course, low light was a factor when I was thinking about different cameras. We saw that with the G7X Mark III with a 1.8. You could see in the dark, no problem. With the Sony, same kind of issue with the Canon. There's larger lenses anyway with a 10 millimeter. It's tough in the dark. It's just simply very difficult. So you have to kind of be more thoughtful about where you're taking the video, because when you're walking on a dark pathway from the Contemporary to the Magic Kingdom, it's tough to see. The G7X, Sony RX100 Mark V, the DJI Osmo Pocket, all extremely good cameras. All of them have their strengths and weaknesses, but none of them were enough to become our primary vlogging camera. Then we had the GoPro Hero 8 Black. The GoPro Hero 8 Black impressed all of us with its amazing 4K, super smooth footage that we could carry anywhere. And I absolutely love it. It's a camera I will be keeping. It's going to be my new water camera. The GoPro Hero 8 Black is an amazing camera because of all of these features, but is it the everyday? At the moment, no, it's not the everyday camera. A couple reasons for that. First, kind of difficult with that micro SD card. Those are a little bit finicky when you're trying to get them in and out of the camera. Instead of the full SD card, it uses the super small one. Second, the battery life is only okay. We'll get back to battery life in a minute. You can't see yourself because there's no articulating screen for you to, see yourself while you're filming. And the microphone is only okay. These things, though, are apparently going to be fixed in the future with those modules that you can add to the GoPro. So, update in the future once we get those modules, and we'll let you know how the GoPro does as a full-time vlogging camera. Now, I know what you're thinking, Michael, if it's a maybe for the full-time vlogging camera for the GoPro Hero 8 Black, why not just keep it until the mods come out? I'm planning on keeping it anyway and using that mods when they come out, and then eventually, and my brother actually had this thought, I'm going to use the GoPro Hero 8 Black for moments where I don't want that much camera with me, but I still want that good quality. So it's going to be an in the parks camera sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. So that leaves us with the why. Why am I looking for a larger camera if I already know the GoPro Hero 8 Black will work sometime? The reason is very simple. I sometimes want a more elaborate camera. I sometimes want a camera that can zoom in on different things around me so I can show you what's happening. I want a camera that can reach out with the microphone, as I have the Shure VP83 on top, and even if I talk kind of quietly in a spot that's, not too loud, but quietly, and you're far away from me, you can still hear me perfectly. A lot of reasons for a bigger camera. Now the question is, which one is it? We've tried so many, it's hard to keep up, I know. But now we're testing the A6400 from Sony. Now, this being my first Sony camera, I've got to try out some of those photos. So I'm going to take a picture right here with the Sony camera. Click. And now I'm going to take that same picture with my phone. The same spot, same time, and see how they turn out. I'm going to modify both of them to make sure they look as good as possible. Show edited and unedited. You can see there's a lot more detail with that Sony camera, no doubt about it. You can zoom in. But if you're not zooming in, if you're not blowing them up to the side of a bus, is there a big difference at all? It's a tough one to call. It goes to show how far cell phone cameras have come, extremely far. Now, one issue I knew that I'd have even before I bought the camera was the fact that the microphone spot goes right where the screen is supposed to go. So I knew that in advance I had to get one of those, it's called a small rig, that is used to kind of change the position of where the microphone goes. An essential piece to this camera, and I feel like adds a lot. One issue occurs though is when I flip the screen up, I still have the wire, the cable for the microphone in the way, so I have to move it out of the way every single time. It's a little thing, but it's something that I'd have to get used to. It is a little bit cooler out tonight, maybe 65 degrees, I know, cooler for Disney. Even then, you definitely want to get on magic carpets and just fly around in the air. Even on faster moving rides, still keeps focus, still can see me pretty well. Really does perform well on rides, bumpy attractions, no doubt about it, but when it does get dark, you can see the stabilization is a little bit different than what we're used to. There's an awful lot to appreciate about a camera like this, like those unbelievable views of the castle, I love it. But you can tell that the focusing method and the way that it balances light is a little bit different than we're used to. I'm well illuminated here, that big light behind us totally backlit, and the camera knows to focus the lighting on that, just lighting stuff, technical stuff. As much as I enjoy a lot of features about this camera, there's one thing that's throwing it off. Battery life. Battery life is a very big, I'm not gonna say issue, but dilemma. In the time that we've been out today, we went from 100% battery to 20% battery. That is not much time at all, and these batteries are a little bit smaller than those of the 70D or the 90D equivalent. A little bit smaller than usual, but the number of shots that you can take with this battery and this camera is a substantial difference. The reason why I decided to try this camera is because of that 40% difference between something like this and that big DSLR that I used to carry around. The 70D and the 90D is basically the same camera, just upgraded for today. If I have to carry around 3 times as many of these little batteries, is the difference in weight and size worth it? I don't think so. The 70D is a camera that I have used for years, and the reason why I was just on the hunt for something different was because of that weight. And it doesn't look like the camera technology has caught up to a point in all for us to really be able to replace it just yet. The Sony A6400 is an amazing camera. Amazing camera, low light performer, does a fantastic job. It's nice and light. If you want a light camera, I can recommend it. I can. But for our purposes, for our adventure together, it's not quite there. It's just not worth the difference of carrying around 10 batteries. That's the difference maker. It just doesn't make any sense. So this is very likely the last vlog with the A6400. I did decide to rent this one instead of buy it, so I'm renting it, and I will be sending it back. I didn't know if I wanted to keep it, and I decided not to, so likely going to be going with something else very soon. I really love the GoPro, going to be using that, and my brother actually had a very good suggestion. He said, Michael, you use the GoPro and you love the GoPro, why not use it all the time? The reason for that is because when we go to media events, or if we want to see fireworks way off in the distance, or I want to show you something in very close detail, I want to have any kind of zoom ability at all, the GoPro just can't do that. It just can't do that. So that's why I want some kind of bigger camera, and we'll eventually find something. I have a feeling it's going to be the 90D. I know it's been a long search. It's been a long search to try and find something, but I think the 90D it's an amazing camera. I've heard nothing but amazing things about it. It's heavier. It's something we'll have to get used to, but I think what we'll do is we'll switch off between the GoPro and the 90D in the future. I'll keep you updated, but this was a fun test. I really enjoyed the opportunity to test these cameras. I really, really do. And the night's not over. Let's go experience more magic now, see a bunch of things. It's gonna be fun. We'll experience this A6400 for the last time on this channel for now anyway. And then I'll be on to a new camera in the future. More magic, let's go. Just realized as I said that, I'm at 6% battery. So I already have a ticket for an upcoming Christmas party. Super excited about it, and I'm looking forward to seeing all sorts of attractions with new overlays like Tomorrowland, Speedway, and Space Mountain. It's gonna be magical. Always love thinking about how Walt Disney himself put this together while thinking about the future. Just stopped on the People Mover, and you remember the last time we were evacuated? That was cool. I liked that. That was just fun. But now we're like in the middle. This is not like outside of Space Mountain. We're in the middle. Ooh, here we go. Oh, we're moving. We didn't get to walk off again. That's okay. That's okay. Those are for special occasions. It's amazing how crowds continue to surprise me at Disney. A line like this outside of Gaston's Tavern, close to 9 at night. What? Maybe it's just me, and I know it's not, but it feels like the crowds get more and more intense every single year. And now that we live here, we can really like keep an eye on it, keep our hand to the pulse, as it were, when it comes to crowds. But I remember there being like this interim period in the middle of November, or like second week of November, where it's like, oh, it's quiet, but we didn't get that this year. It's been crowds nonstop. After a while of construction walls, take a look at this. They have changed Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin. There's now a second door to get in there. Take a look at this. This is the Fast Pass line. And you can see there's a door right there, and the original door way over there. There's the original door right there, no longer in use. Here's the new entrance, Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin. You just walk through that secondary brand new entrance. You can see him walking along this area here. Handrail right there. Basically the same feel, except last time we came through this entrance right over here. Wow. My question is, are they going to close up this door right here? Probably. Here's another look at those two entrances. The new one over there, the old one over there. Defenders of the Galaxy once again. Galactic hero. I love the fact that Disney is updating Tomorrowland all around us. I don't recall the detail there in these pillars. Not only do they have lights up there kind of with the fan part right there, but there's a glowing light on the top going round and round. Wow. It's really interesting what I've noticed. I come to the parks to relax now. It used to be, you know, we come to the parks to vacation, have a great time, and I still have a great time. I'm not taking away from the great time part. I come to the parks after work, and just have fun, relax, and enjoy a Dole Whip together. And that's something magical. And I know what you're thinking. I already know. Jacket, shorts, Dole Whip. No, I know. That's part of the fun. That's part of the magic. It's funny the things that you experience when you're here, and you know, it's things that are totally priceless. Like, I wouldn't trade this for anything. Just time with you here, just relaxing. And then it's just moments like this where you just get to enjoy the fireworks, sitting down, relaxing. And it's a great spot for it. I mean, you find a lot of really good spots for fireworks viewing all around the Magic Kingdom. I'm just here in Frontierland by the arcade. Really good. What's so close? Reach out, find your happily ever after. I love those. This is going to be the last vlog with the A6400. Don't worry, more camera tech, if you love that stuff, is coming soon. And a new camera, I'm sure, will be coming soon as well. Thanks so much for being a part of the magic with me today. Until next time, have a magical day.